All right, we should be live on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. How's everyone doing today? How are you all doing today? Hello, Willis. Hello, Hitomi Honda. Hitomi Honda, I think you've been doxxed. And as much as I don't want to dox you, because I'm not a doxer, I've been accused of that in the past, and I'm not going to play this game through this one same drama group that's been around for 6 years that likes to trash talk people within this community about every little breath they take, every step they take, every move they make. They'll be watching you, right? But I do actually believe the person that did dox you, and I'm not even it's not even really a dox. I'm kind of making a funny about it. Let's just say that we know who you are, Hitomi Honda, and that's not a big deal. Hello, Hitomi Honda. Well, we'll continue calling you Hitomi Honda. That's all good. That is all good. I mean, I drive a Honda. Maybe you drive a Honda too. Hondas are really good cars. You missed the first part. Oh, you've been doxxed. And I actually believe the dox, but I'm just making a funny about it because it's not a big deal. Sabrina Garza, how you doing? Well, there are people talking about who you really are. And it's probably true, but I don't really care. It doesn't matter. Well, it wouldn't even really be a dox because it's not your real name. There are people saying that you are actually Bubbles. And, I mean, you've got a sock account on top of a sock account. And I know you're a real person, Hitomi Honda. And you're trying to conceal your identity because I know you don't want to get attacked. I understand that. If anyone understands that, I do. It's not a big deal. Just kind of wanted to throw that out there. There's a lot to talk about today. And a lot of people are here. A lot of people that are my moderators might not like what I say here today. And you might end up choosing to part ways with the Coach Eli community, also known as the Coach Eli clan. That's up to you. Some of you have channel memberships. You might end up canceling your channel membership. I really hope you don't. I really hope you all take this with a grain of salt and understand that right is right and wrong is wrong. Can you hear me okay? Am I coming through clearly on the furry ball? Give me a second. Be right back. I want to make sure you folks can hear me clearly and see me clearly. Is the audio sounding good? You are clear. I like Bubbles, so it is cool if everyone thinks I am her. I don't mind. Hey, Donna, how you doing? Oh, how is Dawn? Yeah, I was going to get to that. Yeah, Dawn is currently having surgery right now as we speak. I can't be in the surgery, so I dropped her off at the hospital at about 10:30 or so this morning. Actually, I went in. I spent like an hour and a half with her. I was there while they were prepping her for surgery until about 12 noon. And then she was taking a nap, so I told her I'm going to go run some errands, and I can't be in the surgery anyway. So she's currently in surgery, and the hospital where I'm at, they send you text notifications regarding what's going on. So she's currently in surgery right now, and then she's gonna be released today. It's an outpatient surgery, and she'll be ready to be picked up probably around 5 or 5:30 p.m., 6 at the latest tonight. So I came back home and took care of some things around the house and took care of the dogs, and now I'm here. And I really wanted to do this because there are a lot of things I need to clear up. But Dawn is doing great, and we'll update you more. I'll update you folks more later tonight or tomorrow. Love to Dawn. It's 11 p.m. here in the UK. Hitomi, Natasha says hi. She thinks she's blocked in here. No, Natasha's not blocked in here. Why would Natasha be blocked? I never blocked Natasha. Unless another mod that doesn't like Natasha blocked her. Which I don't know of any mods here that don't like the other mods. Listen, mods, do not block somebody because you hate them. Because if I find out there's funny stuff going on and people are getting blocked, I will start removing wrenches. Because I'm not going to go down this road with moderators trying to damage a channel because they're called out on their BS. There's a lot of BS going on. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to be honest and real about it. And a lot of you are probably not going to like what I have to say. The people that have their head on straight and are good people that truly want to better themselves will understand this. But some people that aren't ready to better themselves will probably not like what I have to say here today, and you probably will end up leaving. You probably will end up removing your channel membership if you have one, and that's fine. I'm not here to beg anyone to continue supporting myself and Dawn or to even financially support us. If you're going to do that, you do that on your own free will. And you take myself and Dawn for who we are. And that's it. That's all it boils down to. I'm not going to sit here and lie to my audience and pretend that nothing is wrong just to keep you folks around. But listen, I love everyone, don't get me wrong. I'm just keeping it real. TFT Rurik, this has nothing to do with you. You're not even involved in this community. You're a good guy. TFT Rurik, why would I take yours, dude? You're a part of my community, but you're not a part of this Dramasphere community. You're a part of the gig economy. I have respect for you. I'm not taking yours. You like to have fun, TFT, don't you? Yeah, no worries, dude. TFT Rurik, I'm never going to take yours. You don't cause any issues ever. You don't create any drama. You're just a decent dude just trying to provide for his family. And you have great opinions and thoughts. I mean, I can honestly say that TFT Rurik, you are one of the safe ones. Sometimes I just respond to what I hear. Yeah, no, that's cool, dude. It's all good. I know, you're just having fun. I'm just letting you know, TFT Rurik, this does not involve people that I met through the gig economy. If I met you through the gig economy, just put it to you this way. This is not coming at you in any way, shape, or form, but if you're curious to hear what's going on, besides that, yeah, no problem. Stick around. But I just wanted to clear that up, bro. Hope you're doing well in Fresno today. You see, when you have so many different audiences, you just have to find ways to make it clear to everyone. Hitomi Honda, I just state my opinions. Well, this is episode number 673. And we're going to be talking about forgiveness today. The topic is, you must forgive to truly move on. Plus, can people online truly be friends? So the topic of Walking with Purpose, episode number 673 today is, you must forgive to truly move on. Plus, can people online truly be friends? Let's be real here. Dana from the Adventure AZ channel and her reaction videos to my stream yesterday and what I've been talking about lately inspired me to talk about these topics. So thank you, Dana. I say that respectfully, even though, I have a feeling you're not going to like what I say here today. Will, I have a feeling you're not going to like what I have to say. Hey, tell me, Honda, I have a feeling you're not going to like what I have to say. GLM, Burley Lauren, I have a feeling you folks aren't going to like what I have to say. I'm not removing any of you, and I still want you to be around, but it's going to be your choice because I'm going to keep it raw and real. And a lot of you are going to try to say, oh, you're just trying to make a play here. This is something selfish for your case or whatever. Nope. I've never been one that does things to try to get something else. I've always been a man of principle, a man of honor and principle. And just because this one small sector of YouTube's been attacking me for years doesn't mean I'm not a man of honor or principle. These people that feel I'm not can go F themselves. They can go shove it up their culos. You know what I mean? It's all good. It's all good in the hood, right? Again, I love all of you, and I hope you all stick around, but I have a feeling at least some of you or many of you may go. I'm not afraid to destroy what I've built and start over again over a matter of fucking principle. Because we're a bunch of grown-ass adults out here, and some of us continue to behave like little kids because they can't let shit go, because you can't fucking forgive people. You can't forgive people, right? You need to have forgiveness in your heart and soul to be able to enjoy life and live life the way it was meant to be lived. Again, you're not going to like what I have to say today, but this is the truth. And the truth is what you folks need to hear instead of this drama garbage, fake instigated crap for lulz, right? Hey, Dana, I know these people who use me as a lolcow. I know, and I'm not coming at you, Tammy, but in this case, I'll say you use me as a lolcow too. I know that, Dana. Dana, everything that you mentioned in your videos, I've known that for years. And I know I know you've had my back, and I know you want to protect me, or you want to prevent me from going through what you went through. I understand the purpose of you coming to support me on this, right? But at the same time, and I'm keeping it real with no disrespect to you, Dana, or Will, or Hitomi Honda, or anyone else that has had issues with Tammy or anyone else. Until you truly forgive the person that you feel has hurt you, you're never going to be able to move on and help other people, including myself. I'm keeping it real. And I can tell when people have not forgiven someone, because if you've truly forgiven someone, then it wouldn't trigger you, it wouldn't bother you. You'd be able to handle it like I do, because let me tell you this, I've been wrong so many times in my life and out here, and now I just share my stories and try to help people learn from my mistakes and learn from what other people have done to me and how I handled it, right? Because initially I didn't handle it the right way. We forgive her, but we don't forget. Well, who said you have to forget? Hey, tell me, Honda, who said you have to forget? Typically, we don't forget things, but we can forgive. We can forgive with intention and purpose. And we can forgive and mean it, right? Now, let me say this. Tammy did a stream this morning, was very brief. And, as much as I'm not fond of how she's handled things with me regarding certain things, right is right and wrong is wrong. Okay? Listen, right is right and wrong is wrong. It doesn't matter who's right. If somebody's right, regardless of what you think about them or what they've done otherwise, right is right and wrong is wrong. Tammy did a stream and said, you got people in your chat that are hate bonding. They're hate bonding because the commonality is they all don't like her. That's true. You're all here because you don't like her. Are you here because you like my content, or are you here because you hate Tammy and you haven't forgiven her yet? I'm going to ask you directly, because if you folks are grown, mature people, you're going to handle this maturely, and you're going to say, you know what, Eli, it makes sense. You know what? I'm about forgiveness. Let's let this whole thing roll, right? I'm here because I like your content. Well, thank you, Outspoken, and I appreciate that. Like, I appreciate honesty. What I don't like is when you have a group of people out here, primarily a group of women out here, that will go to a channel when they have a supposed common enemy. And let me tell you this, Tammy is not an enemy. I don't have enemies. I don't hate anyone. Do I like what she's doing to me regarding this case? No, we'll get to that again in a bit. That's a whole separate thing. And yes, she's wrong about that. But as far as the bullying and the harassment and all that, and it's not even the bullying and harassment, it's the dumb shit that people do. They go and pretend to support a creator like me when we're dealing with someone that you folks have dealt with in the past that supposedly wronged you, right? Or actually wronged you, right? Hey, Tam Tam, I spend my energy on my new woman. Good. You should, Will. You really should. I mean, it's all good. Well, I have love for you, but honestly, dude, I really want to help people move past this whole thing. But I'm not going to sit here and say that Tammy is wrong here just because she's wronging me in this court case or with my business. She is wronging me there. But I'm not the kind of person that's going to sit there and say they're wrong about everything else just because they're wrong about that one thing. Right is right and wrong is wrong. There's no rain in the forecast, but it's starting to sprinkle a little bit. I think we're going to be okay. I'm here with my wife. I'm listening and may not comment further. No problem, bro. No problem. Thank you. Say hello to your wife. Hello, TFT Rurik wife. You got a good man there that busts his ass and loves the family. And he's always said nothing but great things about you and the family online. God bless all of you. I hope you guys believe. If not, that's okay. But I believe in God. And let me tell you something. When you put your life in God's hands, whatever's meant to be will just happen, right? I want you folks to understand. How many of you in here are God-loving? If you're a God-loving person, if you believe in God, put a 1 in the chat. If you're a God-loving person. If not, put a 2. It's okay. We're not going to hold it against you if you don't believe, but I know most people do. If you believe in God, put a 1 in the chat, okay? Donna says 1. If you never talk about Tammy again, that would not make a difference with me. Okay, that's cool. Good. I'm glad you're mentioning that. I had to say this today because there's a reason. I'll get to that. Nature Boy, Tam Tam, Outspoken, Donna, all believe in God. Okay. Hello, Kimberly. I almost missed the walk. Okay, well, welcome. Now, every church has a different variation of this. It's called the Apostles' Creed, right? Or the Creed of the Church, right? We have it at the Greek Orthodox Church. We say it in English, but there's a Greek version too, right? It goes, I believe in one God, the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth, visible and invisible, right? Okay? If you've heard of that creed, put a 1 in the chat. If you've heard of that creed, put a 1 in the chat, okay? I believe in one God, the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth, of all things visible and invisible, right? 1, right? I love God too. I lived my life through God. So did my father, and so did my dad's dad, who I was named after. My dad's dad, my grandpa, God rest his soul too, he was Elias Melas also. That's why when you go on the San Mateo County Court website, you see a lawsuit that I've been blamed for. They blame me, like Coach Jay was saying, and now even you were saying this, James, that I burned down some house. No, that was my father's rental. There was a liability issue because something broke and one of the tenants got hurt over that, and my grandpa had a lawsuit over that. My grandpa's name was Elias, just like mine. I was named after my grandpa. So see, these people take these out of context. Oh yeah, Eli, started some fire. He was an arsonist. He was an arsonist when he was like 3 or 4 years old. That was my grandpa's lawsuit regarding a liability issue in the home he was renting to renters. But when you search Melas Elias, you see him because he was Melas Elias too. Elias Melas. You have to search by last name first in that portal. Last name, then comma, then first name, right? I want to sing that song. I'm going back to a better crowd of losers. I need to go back to a better crowd of losers, man. Oh, boy. I can't wait to see my woman tonight. I'm glad she's coming home. There's lots to talk about, man. This is hilarious shit, man. I can't stop laughing about this. You know what I mean? So, you've all heard of the creed, right? There's a part in the creed that says, "Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us." Let me repeat that one more time. Part of the creed states, "Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us," right? Now, give me 1 second here, folks. Give me 1 second. So as you can see, there's a lady back there. I didn't even realize her, and I was preaching like a preacher. I was like, "Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us." She probably thought I was some nut job Bible thumper. I wouldn't blame her. I'm walking by preaching the words of the Lord with a selfie stick and camera at Red Morton Park, and this woman's just trying to walk her dog, right? Or just play with her dog on the grass. You see, if you can't laugh at yourself, then you know what? You've got no forgiveness in your heart to forgive anyone else. You got to laugh at yourself first. I'll be the first one to crack a joke at my own expense anytime. Anytime. That is in our Father prayer, not in the Apostle. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, some people call it the Creed. Some people call it the Our Father. I get it. But you know what I'm talking about. You know the prayer I'm talking about, right? Right, Hitomi? Okay. So those two lines again. Forgive us our trespasses, right? Meaning that if you're the one that's saying the creed and you're saying, "Forgive us our trespasses," it's saying that you've screwed up and you're asking God to forgive you for the wrong you've done. And at the same time, as you're forgiven by God for the wrongs you've done, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Listen to me very clearly, to you knuckleheads out there that don't comprehend things very well. As we forgive those who trespass against us, right? You got to forgive people sometimes for the dumb shit they're doing to you. There's lots of people on the street today, passing by a few other people. I don't want people thinking I'm crazy, but I got to do what I got to do, right? Sometimes you have to forgive people that are wronging you, right? Because that's the right thing to do. Just like I forgive you, Tammy, for doing this to my business. I forgive you for trying to get a fraudulent RO on me. I forgive you for that. I, honest to God, forgive you for it. Now, just because I forgive her doesn't mean she's going to forgive me, or doesn't mean she's not going to continue pursuing to trespass against me, right? You understand what I'm saying? But the right thing to do is to forgive those who trespass against you, no matter what they do to you. No matter how much they wrong you or people you care for, you forgive them, because that's what God wanted you to do. That's what a God-loving man and a God-loving woman does, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I do sound like a freaking Bible thumper, but for once, this is the best way to explain what I feel here today. Okay, Coach Eli's being a Bible thumper today. My audience will love that. Okay. It's all good. Got 40 in the box, 6 thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. We're on lap number 2. Give me a second. We'll be right back. She said it in her old videos. I am not making it up. Tammy is a Satanist, so she does not have the same mind frame, but that is good on your part. Is that true, Tammy? Or were you just upset and you let that roll? Are you a Satanist? Are you a devil worshiper? Or are you a God-loving woman that has forgiveness in your heart? That's my question to you. Now, I've responded to you, and I'm not doing this just because of what you mentioned on your stream this morning, your 8-minute stream on Rumble. I'm doing this because I've been doing this for the last week or so. I've been trying to get through to everyone and say, hey, look, we all have had a part in this, whether we like it or not. I've even had a part in it. And I never did anything wrong, and somehow you guys threw me into this mess because you went after my business. I had to come in and defend myself. You left me with no choice. If not, I wouldn't be wasting my time on this crap. I wouldn't. I was forced into this. But the rest of you made choices. The rest of you made choices and kept on making choices to feed into the fire, to fuel the fire more. Instead of taking the mature approach that God would want you to take and say, you know what? I don't like what this person's doing to me, but I forgive them. Because that's what a good person does. They forgive people, even people that do bad things to them, because you don't fight fire with fire. And like I said yesterday on the stream, 2 wrongs don't make a right. Maybe this more so solidifies yesterday's topic. 2 wrongs don't make a right. I am guilty of fueling the fire. Okay, well, that's okay. Hey, look, you can always turn things around, man. I mean, look, dude, you can always start today or tomorrow. If you're not ready, you can start next week. You can start the change whenever you want. I'm not coming out here saying that any one of us is a saint. No one's a saint. Not myself, not Tammy, not Jamie, not you, Hitomi Honda, not you, Will, not you, Dana, not you, GLM, not you, Brutally Lauren. Not Susie, not JT, not Scotty, and anyone else I can think of in this drama group that just needs to be dissolved. Permanently dissolved. All right, getting all these people together, man, is like stirring up dog shit in beef stew and calling it dog stew or something like that. Whatever. Right? I am close to it. Okay, so you're not there yet, but you're close to it, right? Everyone who used to watch her knows that I am not making this up. No, I understand that. Maybe she said that under distress. I do ask you to clarify that, Tammy, and whatever you say, I'll take your word for it in this case. But are you a devil worshiper? Are you a God-loving woman? Or are you just an independent thinker? What do they call that? Non-denominational? Where you don't belong to any church, but you believe or something like that? Or do you just not believe in God? Are you an atheist? Or it doesn't matter. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. I'm just saying. I mean, if that's the case, if you truly are a Satanist, then, I mean, then everything I'm saying might not even be worth it. I can understand that. But I don't think she is. I really don't think she is. I really think if she said that, she was triggered and was just lashing back at people. We've all done that. So I'm not gonna hold that against someone, including her, until I hear what she says now with a clear head. She may be agnostic. I will send you the link on the Kiwi Farms when she talked about it. Okay. Well, that's cool. I mean, how to say this? I'm not saying that it didn't happen. I believe that she said that. But in what context? Did she mean that? Or was that something that she just lashed out at people just to try to make a funny or whatever, right? You know, you can't believe half the stuff people say on the internet. That's the first thing you folks need to understand. You can't. You just cannot believe more than half the stuff people say on the internet. That's the bottom line. You got to live by those words. Now, before I get to the second part of the show, because we're about halfway through the walk, we're halfway through the second lap. We have another lap and a half to go. A very light sprinkle. We're going to be okay. Audio still good. Audio and video still good. She was teaching. Okay. Yeah. See, sometimes people say dumb things on the internet that they would never do in real life. The problem is, even if they don't mean something that they put out there, it can be used against them. They could lose their job over that. So, for example, you know, someone could come out and say, you know, I'm a devil worshiper, and then come back the next day and say, I was just joking, it was just to get clicks, right? That can still be used against you, right? You don't want to play around and say things on the internet in the heat of the moment, or say things just to get clicks, because it can be used against you, especially if you're in a certain field like teaching, or a certain profession that is highly regulated. You know, you got to be real careful. You got to be real careful with what you say. I understand there's such a thing as satire, but you know, if you work in a certain industry, really, you got to really watch what you say, or just don't put anything out on the internet to protect your job and your livelihood. 6 thumbs up, 46 in the box, 43 in the box. Wow, this is wildly fluctuating, huh? It's all good. Please smash the thumbs up and share this out. I'd appreciate it, okay? Now, let me address you on, you know, people hate bonding. Do I feel people are hate bonding here? A better question would be to ask, was my intention to hate bond with these people by bringing some of them back? No, it was about forgiveness. But do I feel after they came back, some of them have started to say things that make it appear like they're hate bonding, yes, I would agree with you on that, Tammy. I would. Because that's how it appears. And maybe that's what they're doing, whether they realize it or not. So I'm not saying you're wrong about what you're perceiving, right? I'm not saying you're wrong about it. Okay? I've noticed the same thing, even before you said anything, and I've already been talking about it, and I've always been this way. You haven't known me for the 6+ years I've been doing this full time. I'll be the first person to call someone out. I'd be the first person to call out my highest paying supporter and risk losing that supporter over a matter of principle. When it comes to matters of principle, that supersedes everything for me, even money. I'd rather go broke than make money, make tainted, tarnished money. So, your perception is right. Now, do I feel some of them, truly want to be here beyond this court case and the situation at hand with you? Do I feel some of them do? Yeah. Are some of them just going to be here throughout this and then leave? Sure. And then we'll really know their intentions, right? You just got to let things play out and let people show you their cards, right? At the same time, you mentioned people like Brutally Lauren trash talking me on Scotty streams in the past where they did all that stuff about your daughter. I wasn't paying attention to any of that back then. Do I believe that's what happened? Of course I believe you. Because first of all, even though I'm friends with Lauren now, and I've never really had a problem with her, Lauren has always trash talked some people. And Lauren, I know if you're here, you're a mod here, it's all good, we're good. The truth of the matter is, you have trash talked me. I've trash talked Lauren. Did I like doing it? No, but I used to do it because the people Lauren's involved with in her community, a lot of those people, in my opinion, are just not good people or people in a good place, right? Which kind of forces Lauren to behave a certain way, so that way she has an audience for her content, and she knows it. She's owned that. But I'm not here to. I've forgiven Lauren. I've forgiven Lauren. But you're not wrong. Even though I never saw those streams, I did hear about all that. But I also know Scotty from personal experience. I know Lauren from personal experience. I know all these people from personal experience. And it's a repetitive pattern year after year after year, right? And these people seem to say the same thing about me. Oh, the cycle with Eli. Oh, these new people will come into Jamie's chat and then they'll say, oh, this person hasn't been through an Eli cycle yet. There's no fucking Eli cycle. You want to call it an Eli cycle, you can call it whatever you want. My channel has nothing to do with yours. If you folks want to rebroadcast me all day, every day, and go through all these things that you want to call a cycle, that's on you. But at the same time, wow, it impresses me that people are that invested into me that don't like me to continue watching cycles and cycles of, people coming in and out of my chats. That's why I'm coming out here and saying this. I'm like, look, I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to cater my chat to hate bonding. And I don't want to associate with people that are just here because you don't like the person that's currently coming at me. Is that the most mature way to handle things for grown-ass adults? Now, to be fair, Tammy, you've done similar things too. I've done similar things to try to protect and defend myself years ago on this platform. But I learned and I calmed down and I don't do that stuff anymore. All the crazy stuff I did with the only intention of trying to protect myself from people coming at me was years ago. Maybe you've done the same thing. Maybe all you've tried to do throughout this whole time that you've been on the internet, on YouTube and other platforms, maybe you were just trying to defend yourself against other people coming at you. But there's a point of where anyone defends themselves can be looked as going too far if you go too far. Even people defending themselves that rightfully should defend themselves sometimes end up going too far in the defense, and then that makes you a part of being wrong as well. Now, I'm not accusing you of being wrong. I'm just stating an example here. You understand what I'm saying? These people supposedly were trying to warn me about you, and they're trying to make me aware of all the stuff that you've done. And they were also trying to make peace with you, but then they took it too far. They kept antagonizing you. They kept on criticizing you, right? And I'm not blaming anyone for anything. I'm just stating what happened here. What this all boils down to is none of you have ever forgiven anyone. I forgive all of you. I forgive Lauren. I forgive GLM. I forgive everyone. I forgive even you, Jamie. I know you think I've done some things, Jamie, but listen, you made a lot of money at my expense. And a lot of people that you're affiliated with made a lot of money off my content. And I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying you have some nerve to try to talk smack about me when you made a lot of money off me. You should be just happy about that. Right? I forgive him too. I forgive Jamie. I forgive JB Gunner. I even forgive the sponsor, Brian, who I think is nothing but silicone. I forgive you, nothing but silicone. I forgive all these people. That's why I can come out here with my head up high and speak with reasoning, right? Until you forgive someone, okay, you truly are not going to be able to move on. Forgiveness is the key to moving on and forward. Moving forward to bigger and better things. I never once denied what you mentioned in your stream today, Tammy. And that's great. You still want to continue with the case, that's no problem. And you said you've taken screenshots of my chat, that's no problem. You could take whatever screenshots you want. Whatever you want to show the judge, whatever you want to do, Tammy, that's totally up to you. Right? I truly would like to resolve this with you in the right way. You know what the right way is. Because I feel you've wronged me. Even though I feel you've wronged me, I know you've wronged me. That's been my business for years, for over a decade. I know you've wronged me and I still forgive you. That doesn't mean I'm not going to plead my case in court. I have to. You forced me to do something I didn't want to do because you won't let it go. You're not ready to forgive. And first of all, I've never done you wrong. Besides, canceling out on an interview with you. If you feel wronged by that, then you know what? I'm sorry about that. But until you can forgive me for that, if that's what's bothering you, it's never going to end. You're always going to feel like you want to one-up me or do this because, you know, you don't want to feel like you're losing or something, right? And it's not about winning or losing. It's about the principle of the matter. It's about forgiving and forgetting and moving on. And truthfully told, Tammy, compared to everyone else, I've done nothing wrong to you. If you feel canceling out on an interview because Will told me not to trust you or not to get involved with you, that was a part of it. But also your association with Coach J at that time, okay, him coming on your panels, I didn't want to get ambushed. And that's what was going to happen. I didn't want to do that, right? So if that's what's bothering you, until you're able to forgive me for what you feel I've wronged you, you're never going to let it go. The reason why I've been out here talking about this for the last 2 weeks and you haven't, because you mentioned that, right? is because I was tired of sitting back and listening to you and Coach Jay and other people continue to tarnish my name, continue to spew out lies and stuff, right? So I came out here and I stood up for myself, and what a difference it made. I turned it around. And I'm not saying that I was worried in the first place, because the bottom line, again, this whole case boils down to what you sued me for. You sued me for $2,500 for fraudulently taking down your YouTube channel for impersonation. So in essence, you're saying that I didn't have the right to flag a video on YouTube that I felt was violating the terms of service. Anyone at any time has the right to flag a YouTube video for any reason. That doesn't mean YouTube's going to take action on it. YouTube will only take action on a flag if it's a valid report. And whether it was my submission that you were impersonating or other people, you mentioned Mr. Jones. He flagged you too for impersonation. You know that? He mentioned it publicly. And yes, you mentioned Mr. Jones. He's another one that needs some serious help. A lot of these people, Tammy, these people are not in their right mind with the things they've done. But do you feel what you've done to me, was the right thing to do? Were you in your right mind doing that? Ask yourself outside of all of this, what was the reason why you did this? Right? And why did you take it as far as you did? I never did anything to you compared to things you've dealt with other people. Now, I'm not trying to blame Dana for anything, but I'm saying I know you went through a lot more with Dana. You went through a lot more with Scotty. You went through a lot more with all these people. All I did was say, hey, now's not the right time to do an interview with you. And then, whoo! You came at my girlfriend Dawn. You came at me. I mean, do you expect me to forget what you did? The bottom line is I forgive you. What I'm saying is I forgive you, and I'm trying to resolve this without it having to affect you. Because again, the only thing that matters regarding this case is the fact that you were impersonating my G&A channel that's been around since 2015. You changed your channel name to a similar name with a similar star logo in 2023 regarding a channel that had been in existence for over 8 years already. I mean, what did you expect to happen? Right? You know what you've done. And there are people like Coach Jay and others that are pretending to be your friend. Like, look, you're coming at me questioning, how these people really feel about me. Are they hate bonding or whatever, right? And I understand where you're coming from. But do you also understand what I've been saying for the last 2 weeks? These people that you think are your friends are my haters. They're only around because of what you're doing to me. And maybe you trying to keep that business name is so you can keep my haters around forever, because they will stay around. As long as you're doing something that they feel is harming me, they'll support you. Does that make it right? It's a good thing you knew that the interview was a setup for Coach Jay to attack you. They are mad you didn't fall for it. I never fall for any of Coach Jay's garbage. That's why with that guy, you never hang out with him behind the scenes. Don't connect with him on Facebook Messenger and send him voice messages, or his woman. His woman is just as much at fault. She played into this too. And dude, I'm not trash talking your woman, Coach Jay. You've trash talked mine, so it wouldn't matter. But your woman participated. You use your woman as a weapon to use her feminine charm and emotion to take advantage of my woman so she can say stuff, and then you had your woman forward that information to you. So, Anna, you're a POS too. You really are a P. If you think Anna's a POS, put a 1 in the chat because, look, I know some of you like these people and they haven't done this to you, but just because they haven't done this to you doesn't make it right. I would never, ever, ever, ever be friends with anyone that attacks someone in this way. I will tell you this. If a real life friend of mine came in here and even trash talked one of you in here that I really liked, or anyone in general for no reason, I would dissolve that friendship. I don't surround myself with people that harm other people, yet are nice and sweet to other people, right? That was wrong of you, Anna, what you did. Now, maybe you're trying to retaliate for some of the things that I responded to with the dumb shit you did when you were doing live streams with JB Gunner. But you want to know how much of a better person I am than you, Anna, and you, Coach Jay? Is I still have those videos of your woman, Anna, being drunk on a stream with JB Gunner and doing dumb shit, and I've never once released them. You know why? Because I'm a good human being. Because I'm emotionally strong. And you know why? Because I forgive the both of you. You both are big POSs, but I forgive you both. I forgive you both. People who actually like that couple are questionable characters, birds of a feather. Yeah, they used to tell me, birds of a feather flock together, right? Or birds of the same feather flock together, however it goes, right? Hey, tell me, is my audio still good? Third and final lap, folks. We're going to talk about, can people online be real friends? Can people online be real friends? This drama group of people involving, and listen, I don't hate anyone here. I'm just saying, Will, Dana, Tammy, Jamie, Susie Q, JT, Scotty, Brutal Mafia, Brutally Lauren, to name a few of those people. This group, right? This is the only group that's ever questioned if people can be real friends online. Can people truly make real friendships online? Let me pull the chat in there. Do you feel that all friendships initiated in an online way, such as YouTube or any other internet forum, do you feel all of them just don't work out? They're not meant to work out? What are your thoughts about that? Sharona, how you doing? Let me see what you wrote there. Audio is good. Sharona, that was so funny. People who actually... Okay. Anna admits to role-playing as a child in front of her own children. Imagine seeing your mom in pigtails playing with stuffed animals and crayons. That can't be good. Do what you want in the privacy of your bedroom, but don't expose your children to it. Yeah, I mean, look, I agree with you on that. But here's the thing, folks. If Coach Jay and Anna go publicly and talk about their lifestyle like that, like if they share that behind the scenes with people, that's one thing. But if they themselves have gone public and talked about this, they're putting themselves in the line of fire. Now, that doesn't mean you folks go run off and call the authorities or call CPS or do all that stuff, right? Right? You know, people played that game back in the days, and back in those days, I used to think that was the right thing to do. Give me a second here. All right. Yeah, I just got a text message. That can wait. It's from my Do Not Disturb list bypass, because I have my Do Not Disturb on. Only certain people can get through. I was shocked to find out that Anna bows to J-Rom in front of her daughters. Well, here's the thing. You gotta understand one thing. A lot of the things that Coach J says, they don't really do. He says that for YouTube reactions because he knows people are going to react to it. Now, unless we have hardcore proof that they're doing that, that's something you should say, hey, you know what, dude? This isn't my cup of tea. I got to go, right? Why can't we just walk away when we come across something like that? Because here's the thing. Do you think people really want to come out here and expose things about themselves that can get them in trouble with the law or child protective services or whatever, right? So have you folks ever thought that most of the shit that he says isn't even true? But even if it is, you know what? Just walk away. Hey, this isn't for me. This is really weird shit. This is a little creepy for me. I'm out, right? But guess what? What happens? People tune in, and then you know, a following is built because there are some sick people that actually like this type of content. That's the problem. And then it fuels him to keep doing that stupid shit even more. If you have any type of audience that reacts to that dumb shit, it's going to keep fueling people to do more of it, right? What they do in their own bedroom, I mean, if they want to do crazy stuff, that's on them. I would suggest keeping it off of YouTube. But even if they put it on YouTube, all you folks have to do is click off of it. Don't react to it. Because that's what they want. That's what he wants. They want a reaction. And have you noticed how much traction does their content get? See, people are sitting here saying, oh, Eli's only getting traction now because he's talking drama. I'm not talking drama. This is a life coaching lesson. This is one of the best fucking life coaching lessons any one of you motherfuckers can learn, is forgiveness. Correct me if I'm wrong. You want to call this drama? Call it drama. Tammy, I'm not instigating drama. I'm trying to resolve things. I'm trying to create peace. But in order to create peace, you first have to have forgiveness in your heart. And most people don't. Until all of you are able to forgive anyone you feel has wronged you, you haven't truly moved on from it. That includes you. No disrespect. I love you, Will. And I love you, Dana. But Dana, you have not moved on. I thought you did, but you haven't. Because if you've truly moved on from Tammy, none of what I say about this or none of what anyone says about this, including her, would trigger you. But you've been kind of a little triggered. And I understand. And I still support you. I still think you've come a long way. And I thought you had worked through it. This was almost kind of like the test, unintentionally, Dana. I wasn't testing you on purpose, but it was kind of like a test. And you reacted to it. Had it not bothered you, you wouldn't have reacted to it. If you were at true forgiveness and peace with someone, nothing would bother you about it. Hitomi Honda, correct me if I'm wrong. I know Dana is good, but don't sit here. See, Hitomi Honda, we cannot sit here and allow people to think that the way they're handling it is the right way. They're never going to learn. If you put a pacifier on a baby, what does it do? It temporarily shuts the baby up. When you take the pacifier out, it starts to whine and cry again, right? Why are we putting pacifiers in adults instead of helping them work through their stuff the right way? Supporting them to learn that forgiveness is the key, right? Forgiveness is the key to everything. Until you let shit go, nothing will change. Again, it goes back to a shirt that my ex-girlfriend Dana had. She used to wear it. He used to say, let that shit go. I loved that shirt. The first time I saw it, I'm like, that's the best fucking shirt I've ever seen. Let that shit go. Until you can let that shit go, nothing's going to change. You got to forgive. You got to forgive no matter how much someone has harmed you. Do you understand that? Do you folks get that? That's the principle of the matter here. like what happened to her is, no, I'm not saying what happened to her is invalid. You see what you're trying to do? You're trying to justify the point, right? The point is not about what happened. The point is about forgiveness and moving on. Everybody knows what happened to Dana. Everyone knows what happened to Tammy. Everyone knows what happened to Scotty. Everyone knows what's happened to me. Everyone knows what's happened to anyone involved with any of these people. We don't have to keep rehashing that, Hitomi Honda. What we need to do is say, fuck it. We're grown-ass adults. It's time to move on. Forgive. Forgive and move on. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. The next line, listen to it clearly, Hitomi Honda and anyone else. Okay? Forgive us our trespasses. Forgive us for the mistakes that we've made. At the same time, we're going to forgive others who have trespassed against us, who have wronged us. And also, God, lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Away from evil. Amen. Can I get an amen? God, I sound like RJ Sandiford. You guys remember RJ Sandiford? Gosh. We are here to praise the Lord. RJ, you've been on Tammy's show. God bless you, RJ, no matter what. RJ, I forgive you, and I have love for you still. Don't have an ounce of hate for anyone. Please deliver us from evil. I'm sure Dana forgave her a long time ago. She just felt gaslit. Well, let me ask you this, Hitomi Honda. How many times do people gaslight me on YouTube all day, every day? If I let that get to me, would I be truly forgiving them? Hitomi Honda, when you forgive someone, you forgive them forever. You don't go back on your forgiveness because someone chooses to gaslight you. You say, you know what? I forgave them. I'm not going to respond to their gaslighting. I hope one day they're able to forgive as well or understand what forgiveness is, right? The mature thing is not to say, okay, my forgiveness was only temporary because now she's gaslighting me, so now I revoke my license of forgiveness for Tammy, right? Come on. I mean, do you understand how that sounds? Now it's starting to rain again. It was not supposed to rain. Oh, God. We are here to praise the Lord. We are here to praise His holiness. My God. I'm underneath the overhang. Can you folks still hear me clearly and see me clearly? Oh, God. There was absolutely zero rain in the forecast. That's why you never know. I think there was like a 2% chance of rain. I guess that 2% just went to 100. Yeah, it's pretty light, so I think we're going to be okay. She trusted you and felt gaslit by what you said. I don't know for sure if that's how she felt, but that is how I would feel. What are you... Wait. What are you saying? Are you saying that Dana feels I gaslit her? You see? Is that what you're saying, Hitomi Honda? Can you speak plain, clear English so I can understand what you're saying? Are you saying that Dana feels I gaslit her? She was not worrying about Tammy at all? Well, she created 2 streams saying that I have Eli's back against Tammy and what Tammy's doing is wrong. And she shared her thoughts. And what Dana did was she inserted her back into... If Dana's going to stand up for me, she's automatically inserting herself back into Tammy's world. And Tammy has the right to respond to that. Regardless of my feelings for Tammy or anyone else, if you talk about someone, they're going to talk about you. What did you expect Tammy to do? You folks seem to think it's a one-way street. right? No one's gaslighting anyone. I'm not gaslighting anyone. No one's gaslighting anyone. The truth of the matter is you folks have not truly forgiven Tammy yet. It's up to you if you want to forgive her or not. I forgive everyone because I'm a forgiving person by nature, and that's what God wants us to do. But you have to choose if you want to live by the words of the Lord or something else. That's on you. I'd like to think we have more God-loving people than not on this planet, right? If people keep throwing a bunch of garbage my way, I'm gonna call it out every freaking time. We got some activity here on the road. Oh, we're painting. It's raining and we're painting new bike lanes. Look at that. I'm surprised they're doing that in the rain. I wonder if the rain's gonna affect it. I guess that thing dries really fast. It has like a propane tank on it. Dana is backing away from situations. So, well, okay. I've never known of Dana to back away from anything she believes in. If she's backing away on my account because I'm trying to bring peace amongst the entire community, because I'm tired of all this crap. I'm trying to do the right thing here. I'm trying to create peace. And I'm not saying she has to be best friends with Tammy or anyone. What I'm saying is, whether you ever decide to hang out with someone again or not, you, in order to move past the situation, you have to forgive them. Whether you choose to associate with them in the future or not, you have to forgive them completely. And you have to mean it. You can't bullshit forgive them temporarily. By the way, folks, make sure you vote today if you haven't. Dawn, myself, my mother, my brother, my whole family, we've all voted. We vote by ballot, and then you can either drop it off at a ballot box, or you could drop it off at a county building, or you can just go in and vote. It's much easier to vote by mail, I'll tell you that. I've been voting by mail for the last many, many years. Just much easier. She really is an inspiration. Yes, Dana is an inspiration. She absolutely is an inspiration, and she's a very strong woman. And Dana, listen, I have a lot of respect for you. You're always welcome back. You'll always be a mod here. You know I respect you. And you're a tough nut to crack, Dana, but let me tell you something. People that really care about you are going to keep fighting the fight in the way I'm doing it. If I didn't care about you, Dana, I wouldn't be saying a word. I care about your well-being. I care about your future. You have great things on the way with your counseling and all that stuff. Sabrina Garza, the voting place is right across the street from my house. I walked there and was back home in 30 minutes. Wonderful. You got your walk-in. How you doing, Sabrina Garza? Welcome to the show. Great to see you here. Well, the rain stopped. It was just on that side. Give me a second. Be right back. All right, we are back live. We are back live. So can people online truly be friends? Absolutely. But probably not in this one particular drama group. There are many groups out here on YouTube where people have been collaborating for years. They've met together in person, and they've all become great friends. If you're somebody that's coming out here that's a part of this drama shit show group of people I've just known about, I don't consider myself a part of them. But if you're a part of this group and you feel that you can't have friendships with people online, especially from YouTube, then you're jaded because of what's happened through this group. I've met a lot of great people I've become friends with. I've been friends with Queen Helen Casey for years. My lady's been friends with my lady and I have both been friends with Dion, but you know, my lady talks to Dion and his girlfriend because they have a kid now. They talk more often than I talk with them, but they're still around. I have lots of friends I met not only from YouTube, but I also met many people through Facebook and LinkedIn in the real world and invited them to real in-person networking events many years ago when I used to run those events. Now everything's gone online for the time being with the networking thing through my version of the real GNA. So yes, you can make lots of friends using the internet. You just have to use it properly. When you get sucked into the vortex of this one small group on YouTube, again, now a lot of it stems from you, James, but not the whole thing. You and Susie Q and JT and Scotty. You know, another thing, like you were saying, Tammy. Again, I wasn't around paying attention to any of that stuff that was happening to you regarding your deceased daughter with that thing that Scotty did. I don't agree with that at all. I heard about it, but I was not there during that time. I was busy being attacked by your, so to speak, friend, Rom. That drama group will never leave this sector of YouTube hell. They are stuck because they have nothing better to do. Or at least they feel there's nothing left in the cards for them besides this, right? You know, I honestly feel that Jamie has so much more talent and capabilities with his art and theater and all that. Jamie could go do something a lot more respectful than continuing to do these drama shit streams on YouTube. You know, and more power to you, James. If you're still, obviously, you've got to be getting sponsored, because if not, there's no way you'd keep doing it as much as you do it. But that's cool. Even if you're getting sponsored to do it, man, you're worth so much more than this. You can make so much more money and do something so much more respectful. But you still don't want to make. You're not ready to make that change. You're not ready to let it go because it's bringing you enough money. However you're making it, none of my business. It's obviously bringing you enough money, and it's fulfilling something deeper than that. Maybe you love trash talking other people because it makes you feel better to do that and get paid for it. I don't know. Maybe. That's my opinion. I think you're worth a lot more than that. I think a lot of these people have so much more to offer the world, but they're stuck in this endless shit show drama route. It's just horrible. It's I feel sorry and sad for these people. I'm saddened. He was doing art streams a while ago. Yeah, but those art streams didn't get him any traction. You know why? Because he was catering them to a drama audience. You got to rebuild with a new audience. There's nobody in that drama group that wants to watch him draw. Like J.B. Gunn used to say, "Draw, James, draw! Draw!" Remember that, James? Draw! No one wants to watch the guy draw from a drama group. He needs to cater his content to people that enjoy that stuff. He needs to let it go and rebuild. He just doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to let go of what he has, because for right now, it's giving him just enough financially and emotionally and purpose-wise to keep doing it. If not, he wouldn't keep doing it. But there's going to come a point in time, he's going to hit his 40s soon. He's, 38, almost 39. He's going to be 40, 45. How much longer? It's just an example. How much longer are these people going to continue to go through this endless cycle? They try to say, I'm the cycle. I'm not the fucking cycle. The rest of you are the cycle that keeps it going. I choose when I want to be a part of it or not. And lately I've been a part of it for one reason, because I'm being sued frivolously. That's the only reason why I'm even talking about this right now. That's it. That's all. Same. Every 5 seconds she's clearing her throat or sucking back snot. I don't watch GLM. Too much mucus noises. Listen, you all don't have to like each other here to get along, right? I don't expect all my mods to like each other, or all the people that support myself and Don to like each other. What I do expect is decency and being reasonable, right? And respectfully disagreeing, right? That's all. OMG, we really are twins, or should I say clones, says Sharona Miru. I love how her proof was, she said she watches GLM, Virginia, Eli, and Dana. I think you ladies are reading too far into it. You can't take everything every creator says out here word for word. Sometimes I say things that I think are right, but they're wrong. I'll go back and listen to my replays, and I'm like, oh shit, I got to correct that tomorrow, right? Or on my community wall, right? Sometimes people are in the moment and they say, they mention some creators they watch and others they left out, right? And it doesn't mean they're trying to lie or whatever. It just means that they're in the moment, right? We can't sit there and nitpick people that much just because we don't like what they've done to other people, or we're not too fond of who they are because of how they're treating other people or how they've treated others in the past. Like, I don't judge every single word someone puts out there. Like, I used to be a real stickler with grammar and spelling and all that, and I still kind of am, but I've kind of tapered off. I kind of just let people slide now because, it's just really, it's not that big of a deal. Sure, people should do the best they can to be able to spell and read and, pronounce things properly, but even I make mistakes at times, and I get called out. It happens, right? We can't sit there and watch people so closely. That's just really that's too much in my opinion. It's just too much. It makes it come off like we're looking for a reason to find something wrong with someone when there probably really isn't in that particular situation or case, right? Eli, do you walk every day? I try to walk every day. I mean, I typically will walk 5-6 days a week, but sometimes I may go a week without walking, or a little longer. It depends on how busy Dawn and I are and other things are, but I try to get my exercise in as much as possible. How about you, Sharona? I missed the beginning of the show, so I was asking my sis who said I was Bubbles. Well, that's who Tammy thinks you are. She thinks you're Bubbles. I don't know. I thought you were too. It doesn't matter whether you're Bubbles or not. It's not that big of a deal. Like, it doesn't really matter, because that's like one sock account on top of another sock account. I mean, unless Tammy knows the real name and who Bubbles' real name and face is. But even then, I mean, what does it really matter? I mean, honestly. You are insufferable, says Kimberly. What do you mean by that, Kimberly? Sorry to hear about Dawn going back in for surgery. Will she have to wear another cast? No, I don't. Well, I don't know. I don't think so. We'll have to see. I don't know. I won't know until I go pick her up in a couple hours. Tammy doxed Bubbles' real name a long time ago on YouTube. Well, how did Tammy find out about Bubbles? Were they friends behind the scenes? Did they have each other's... All right, we're back live. I know my screen froze, so I had to refresh it for a second. Can you folks hear me clearly and see me clearly? Can you see me clearly and hear me clearly? Hear me and see me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can. We're at 80 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes, 45 in the box. Yes, says Shiroma. They were friends, says Hitomi Honda. So she outed all her info. See, that's the problem with this one group of people. Thank you for the yes, Sabrina Garza and Donna as well. And Hitomi Honda, yeah. This is what I don't like about this group of people. This is why I don't feel comfortable going on panels with them, talking to them on the phone, emailing them. They will record you on a private phone call. If you have Facebook Messenger and send audio messages, they will use those on YouTube. At some point, they will do something on purpose to, even if you're on good terms with them, once these people that are drama shit show creators, they will purposefully start a fight with you and then say that's a reason to not expose all of the personal stuff you shared with them while they were pretending to be your friend behind the scenes in the past. That's why I can't stand the people in this group. I mean, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life, and that's why I got away from it. Like, even J-Rom did that to me and to Don and to between Coach J and his wife. I never thought a guy would do that. The women were doing that all the time, but then Coach J came in and did the same thing. The women were doing. I'm going to put all the voice notes. I mean, that was really sad, dude. I know you're still watching. That was really sad and pathetic, dude. Seriously. And what did that accomplish, dude? Did that make you a millionaire on YouTube? Did that increase your popularity? Right? What did that do for you, dude? Did that make you feel better for a few seconds that you're attacking my woman? Like, what did that do? Ah, makes sense. What are you talking about here, Tommy? Yeah, because that's what they do. That's all. And all Tammy was doing was the same thing. Tammy is just like these people. I think you want to get better, Tammy. The bottom line is, if you want to get better, you got to stop associating with people that keep doing the shit that you don't want to do anymore. Right? Because here's the thing. There are so many things that I could release on people. I won't do it. Because it's not who I am. I'm trying to prove a point. Anyone can release anything. Well, why do it? Why do you need to pretend to be someone's friend and then, gather up private information from them while you pretend to gain their trust, and you go public on YouTube? I've got the scoop on Jackie or Jerry or Jim or whatever. I got the scoop. Tune in right now. Breaking news, right? I used to do similar stuff too, like back in the days when I would find out things about people. Now, I never shared private calls and stuff like that, but I would talk about it. I don't even do that anymore. It's stupid. It's just dumb. The only things I talk about now are things that are already publicly known, and that's the way it should be. Tammy was like that before they met. I can see why Coach J and Tammy are good friends. Well, they've done similar things when they feel threatened, right? If you see he is the only one who stuck around with her, the rest of the people just like the show. I heard Bubbles had a nice backside, and I will spend the rest of my life trying to confirm or deny this information. I like big butts that I cannot lie, right? You other brothers can't deny. And when a girl walks in with an itty-bitty waisted around thing in your face, you get sprung, right? All right, folks, we're at 84 minutes, an hour and 24 minutes. 14 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. We still have 24 people here. Yeah, so hopefully you got your answers there, Tammy. Tammy, I don't wish any harm upon you. I forgive you. I want to do the right thing here. I just don't think you're ready to do the right thing, right? And if you legitimately think the right thing is to keep pursuing going after my business, then that's fine. I mean, you're going to force me to keep defending myself. I'm going to keep forgiving you every step of the way, Tammy. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to keep forgiving you every step of the way. But if you're going to come at me legally regarding something that's been mine for a long time and you're going to try to take it, I have to defend myself. You're leaving me no choice. I don't really want to do this. This should have never happened in the first place. But that's okay. That's okay. What are we, like 12 days away from the case? And yes, I got some new clothing. I got plenty of clothing, but I wanted to buy a special outfit for the court. I almost thought about getting a long sleeve polo, but I figured that'd be too much for small claims. I got a nice medium heather gray Tommy Hilfiger 100% cotton polo and 100% cotton Dockers navy blue. And navy blue and gray, I looked it up, and I've also done this before. It goes very well. Kind of want to feel almost like military men wear their dress blues. I want to wear some dress blues into the South San Francisco, San Mateo County Courthouse. I've also got some really nice jackets I got on a good deal many years ago from REI and from Under Armour. So I'm going to come there, and I'm not going to wear a hat. I got my bald head. I shaved my head last night, and I did my beard. Can you see? I'm going to come in like Mr. Clean. Remember Mr. Clean? They used to call me Mr. Clean. I've heard every bald joke on the planet, right? I'm going to come in like Mr. Clean. Give me a second here. All right, we are back live. Give me a second. Be right back. Can you folks hear me? We're back. Can you folks? We're back. I had to go off the air a few times. I got a text message I had to respond to. Can you hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me tapping the furry ball. Yeah, it's starting to sprinkle a bit. 1, yes, I can hear and see. Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, no, I got a text message from somebody that can bypass my Do Not Disturb list. So I had to respond real quick. If it's a trial, then yes. Oh, yeah. In small claims court, you don't wear like a suit and a tie, but you have to be business casual at least, right? I think wearing a tie and a suit, in small claims court is a little too much. But yeah, you got to wear some nice, dress slacks. You got to wear. I have some nice Rockport brown shoes. I've had for years. I very rarely wear them. Does Dawn have to have bed rest? Dawn's not going to be going to the court case. No, she's not going to be going. Yeah, because of her ankle and all that. And to be quite honest with you, I mean, if she wanted to go and it didn't involve her ankle, I wouldn't stop her. I mean, I will never stop her, but I would prefer she didn't go. I don't think she needs to deal with this crap. I think, and Dawn's been just staying out of things. Plus, she's had some blurry vision and stuff, and we're trying to get her to the right specialist to correct that. So she hasn't been on YouTube in a little while because of that. So, she's just been staying out of drama, and I don't blame her. And again, I don't want to consider this drama. Look, I'm not a drama channel. I'm not looking to instigate drama. I'm looking to stop this crap because it's affecting me. And if it wasn't for this lawsuit, I wouldn't be even talking about this. I wouldn't. Bald with beard is in. My boyfriend is bald too and has a beard. Oh, that's great, Sabrina. Wonderful. Does he wear nice polo shirts, 100% cotton, and some nice dressy slacks? So I'll be wearing my navy Dockers with my Rockport, my nice leather Rockport shoes, the brown. I've got some nice belts. So I'm gonna wear I have a Dockers. No, it's not a Dockers. It's a Tommy Hilfiger. Sorry, it's a Tommy Hilfiger reversible belt. I'm gonna wear it on the brown side to match the shoes, right? You want to match the shoes with the belt. And then got the heather gray Tommy Hilfiger 100% cotton polo shirt. And then I'm going to wear I have some nice, dressy socks. I'm probably going to wear some gray dressy socks to match the shirt with the brown shoes and all that. And then I've got a nice black jacket. It's some fancy name. I got it from REI. It's a beautiful jacket. It's a little bit heavier than this one. This is a light jacket. This is why I wear this jacket. This is why I wear this one out all the time. It's a little bit heavier, and it's a little bit colder in South San Francisco. It's right by, it's closer to San Francisco and the SF Bay and the Pacific Ocean. So as you get closer to San Francisco going north on Highway 101, it gets colder. So I'll have to kind of bundle up a little bit more for that area. You always match belt and shoes. Yeah, REI has some good stuff. Yeah, no, years ago, I mean, you can still find the specials. I just have so much stuff I haven't even opened up yet. Anytime, like REI would have 70% off on their outlet stuff. And same thing with Under Armour. Like, I get stuff like at 70% off. So, like, I'm getting like $200 jackets for like $60. Like, I mean, why would you not buy a $200 jacket for $60? Right? And they still make money off of that. So, I found some really good deals. I have jackets that I could wear in the snow, jackets I can wear out here. Like, they're unopened in my closet. I've got Under Armour stuff unopened. I got tons of nice socks I got on sale. Like, I've got enough stuff that I got on clearance, high quality stuff that I got on clearance, 70% off, that'll last me for 15, 20 years. Wait, how are you getting that 70? You have to, what you do is go to rei.com and then go to Under Armour or UA.com and get on their mailing list. And a couple times a year, they have these big specials, right? Under Armour will do, and you want to go to their outlet because their outlet prices are last year's items at an already discounted price, but then they discount them 50% off additional twice a year for like a week. And if you wait till the last day during the week that they're an extra 50% off, you get an extra 25% off of that. So you get like, or 20% off. So you get like 70% off if you wait till the last day. You got to know how to play the game. And I do. You just got to get on their mailing list. And listen, when they need to get rid of stuff, they'll sell it 70% off because they still make money. They got to get, yeah, no problems. This is the kind of stuff I like to share with people. Like, okay, so people want to call me cuckold for years, and they want to sit there and say I'm a worthless piece of trash that has no money and all this stuff, right? But they don't have any idea how much knowledge I have and stuff that, I can truly help people with, right? But thank you for that, man. Yeah, get on their mailing list. And I'll tell you, man, dude, I can't afford to spend full price on all the stuff I bought. I'd be broke with the cost of living out here and all that. So yeah, get on their mailing list, Under Armour and REI, and check your email daily on your phone. That's it. Yeah, they'll send you emails. Yeah, no problem. I'm looking at the woman's clothes now. Yeah, great info. Thanks. Thank you. I found it online. Yeah, these people are ripping me on the fact that I wear this jacket every day. It's because this is my light jacket. This is a jacket that my ex Dana bought me. It's a Columbia jacket. Yes, and James, like you said on your stream, yes, it's faded. The C's faded. It still works though. And I'm not going to wear my best stuff on these walks during the winter at least because I don't want to ruin my good stuff. I'll wear my nice stuff in the summer when it's warmer and not raining. But in the winter, I'll put on a jacket. This is my jacket. This is my hat. I change my underwear every day. I'll change my undershirt every day or every other day on these walks. You don't have to change it every day. If I'm going out, I'll change it. But for these walks, I'm not going on a date. No one is next to me. No one is smelling me. And I don't smell anyways. These people are so critical over every little thing. It's just, woo! Online shopping is the best. Yeah, because you can sit there in the comfort of your own home and just find the best deals. That's it. There's no pressure being at the store. No salesperson there. Now, every so often, the chat box will come up and say, hey, I see you're online. Can we assist you with everything, right? Those can get a little nagging at times, but it's nothing like being in the store. Shopping online is fantastic. Got 33 in the box, 15 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. I got to get going soon. I'm going to go home and play with the dogs a little bit. I'm still waiting to get another text. I'm sure Dawn's surgery has probably ended by now. She's probably in recovery. Please give Dawn your thoughts and prayers if you can. I'd appreciate that. She's doing great. I was busy at work. Wonderful, dude. Welcome back. Catch the replay if you'd like, man. I still have love for you, Will. I have a lot of love for you. I just really want people to forgive and move on, right? That's all. Even if Tammy won't forgive, you should forgive her, right? Even if, someone else out here is bugging you and they won't forgive you, you forgive them. I forgive everyone that's ever done anything to me. I forgive all you. What's that song by Don Henley, The Heart of the Matter? Forgiveness, even if you don't love me anymore. Bang, 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 boom, bang. Remember that? The Heart of the Matter? Don Henley. Formerly with the Eagles, right? Along with Glenn Frey. Glenn Frey is gone now. Glenn Frey was a fucking legend. I actually like Glenn Frey more than Don Henley. Glenn Frey was a legend. You belong to the city. You belong to the night. Living in a river of darkness between the neon light. With the saxophone that you never hear anymore nowadays. You belong to the city. Concrete under your feet. It's in your blood. It's in your eyes. You're a man of the street. Yeah, they used to play a lot of Glenn Frey songs. Remember the show Miami Vice? You belong to the city. You belong to the night. And then you'd see Don Johnson and Philip Michael Thomas, Sonny Crockett and Rico Tubbs. Remember Sonny Crockett and Rico Tubbs? Rico. Don Johnson and Philip Michael Thomas. Don Johnson. What a legend, man. I wonder what it was like for Don Johnson to have a last name, growing up with a last name like Johnson. I mean, if your last name is Johnson, growing up with that man, like in grammar school, oh, dude, your name is Johnson. Like the Beavis and Butthead thing, right? I will email you. I know who told me. I have a lot going on. I'll send you a link. How do I get a hold of you? I'm sure she's doing good, says Outspoken. Give her our best when you see her. We will do. Yep. And then Glenn Fry did The Heat Is On. Remember that? From Beverly Hills Cop 2, I believe. Hey, Eli, can you do that saxophone again with your mouth? The heat is on. It's on the street. Yeah. The heat is boom, 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 boom. On. Whoa, 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 whoa. Caught up in the action. Yeah. Tell me, can you feel it? Tell me, can you feel it? Tell me, can you feel it? Woo! The heat is definitely on right now, I'll tell you that. Yeah. That's a figure of speech right now because it's actually like in the mid 50s right now. It's not really that warm, but anyway, before we go here, yeah. So, I mean, Tammy, honestly, I'm not trying to BS you. You know, it's like, do what you got to do. Apparently, you know, you don't want to resolve this. You want to go to court. That's cool. I'll see you there. And, you know, whatever happens, happens. That's all. That's all. But just letting you know, once we do go to court, you keep pushing it, Tammy. I have to keep defending myself. And again, like I said, I'm gonna keep on forgiving you every step of the way. But, you know, if you're gonna keep coming at my business and keep doing what you're doing, that's harming me. I have to defend myself. You do the same thing if you were in my shoes. That's all. I don't know how much more reasonable I can be. I agreed with you pretty much completely regarding what you said. I didn't agree with you to try to sway you to drop the case or anything. These people take things way out of context. I didn't agree with you just to agree with you. I have always felt the same way about it. That's my non-biased thoughts. So, you know, your stream and our case didn't influence what I said here today. That's how I feel. That's how I've always been. And everybody that's known me for a while knows that. Are you still predicting a win in small claims? Yeah, honestly, dude, I'm being sued for fraudulently shutting down her YouTube channel. Which, I didn't fraudulently shut down anything. YouTube shut down her channel because they thought she was impersonating. And she was. She was impersonating my GNA channel since 2015. She knows what she's done. She absolutely, deep down inside, she absolutely knows what she's done. There's no way she doesn't. But hey, if she wants to take this to court and, you know, have me say that to the judge, I mean, I really don't think anything else is going to matter besides that. Yes, I'll show my tax documents for the GNA last 9 years, my federal employer identification number since 2014, my seller's permit since 2016. Okay, I've got my 2 websites. I got Facebook pages that have been in commerce for years. We still use them. I still use the name in commerce. I have been continuously since 2011. So the bottom line is, I mean, honestly, like, I don't want to cause any harm to her. But apparently she wants to keep on moving forward because for whatever reason, maybe she's getting paid by Nothing But Silicone, who I believe to be Brian. Don't ask who Brian is. It's people that know. People that don't. Someone that's paid people to do content out here for years. I mean, I feel honestly there's something more in it for her. For her to just not let this go. knowing what she's up against. Like, and I'm not even trying to, honestly, I'm really trying to be nice to her. I'm really trying to be nice to you, Tammy. I'm really trying to be nice, and I do forgive you. I forgive everyone. All right? It's all over the place and shows she's not in control of herself. I don't think she's insane. I don't think she's insane. I think she's in a lot of pain. I think that she doesn't like to lose. I don't think anyone likes to lose. I used to hate losing, but I will tell you what turned my life around. What turned my life around was in my early to mid 30s, I started to realize it's not about winning or losing, it's how you play the game, like they've always said all along, right? Life is not about winning or losing, it's about how you navigate life, how you play the game, right? And it's not even a game, it's how you navigate life. You can choose to let competition, rule your better judgment, or you can say, hey, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some, right? Right? Put more energy into things that you have a better chance of winning, and try to duplicate things that are proven winners, and then things that you lose at, say, hey, I tried, I'm moving on. Hey, end of story, right? There's no such thing as winners or losers, you're right. I caught her in so many lies with the Dana saga about Kiwi Farms. Yeah, but Will, I understand that. Everybody, listen, Will, when are we going to let it go, though, bro? Honestly, like whether she's right or you're right, or whether you're both wrong, what does it matter? When are we going to forgive and forget? Like how much longer do we need to beat a dead horse? Are we going to keep beating a dead horse? The horse is dead. So why are we going to keep beating the dead horse? I love you, Will. Listen, Will, I love you. I still want to do content with you. We'll get together. We're going to make things happen. But, dude, honestly, we all know what everyone has done. We know what Tammy's done. We know what you've done. We know what Dana's done. We know what I've done. We know what everyone's done. When is enough going to be enough? When is this whole drama group just going to say, hey, this isn't worth it. It's just not worth it. As long as you have God on your side, that's all that matters, says Hitomi Honda. Furthermore, she says, we've never seen anything like this, only in movies, so we are still in shock. What do you mean? Are you talking about what she's done to my business, or what she's done to Dana, or what's done to her, or whatever? Or the whole thing, or what? Be more specific, Hitomi Honda. Are you saying you've never seen anyone that's enthralled in so much crazy drama like Tammy? Because yes, drama does surround you, Tammy, but you invite it upon you, right? Drama only surrounds you when you invite it upon you. Anyone and everyone can say, hey, Eli's running a drama shit show, and I can come out here and say, look, drama only surrounds me if I invite it. I'm not inviting drama here. And I don't consider this drama. And what matters is how I feel, not what anyone else says or feels. What matters is how I feel about myself and my content and my channel, right? Her behavior, her actions, her insanity only in movies. Yeah, I understand that. We've all reacted, though. I've reacted, too. If you saw how I reacted years ago, you'd probably compare it to how Tammy's been reacting. Maybe she's going through a similar phase like I went through when I first came on this platform full-time, like over 6 years ago. I don't know. I'm not her. What I'm saying is that it's time to move on. It's time to let things go. But yes, Richard T. I mean, the bottom line is, this is a case of being sued for YouTube removing a channel for impersonation, which is what was happening. I don't see how anything else matters, right? I don't see how anything else matters. And it's small claims, right? Now, even if I somehow lose the case, I will appeal and I'll get an attorney. And that's fine. We have the family attorney, but the family attorney can also refer me to a specialist regarding business rights. And there's no way I would lose that appeal. I mean, I'm not trying to put words in the judge's mouth. I'm just saying that, there's no real merit to this whole case in the first place. I mean, if anyone, she should be suing YouTube and saying, "No, I wasn't impersonating the channel, YouTube. I didn't shut you down, Tammy. YouTube did." All the reports are anonymous, whether I reported it or not. That's irrelevant to the case. But if you want to make it relevant to find a reason to sue, that's fine. But I'm like, okay, I've tried. I've really tried to resolve this all this time. I'm trying to be really nice, and I'm not pretending to be nice. I'm trying to have forgiveness in my heart and soul for those that have trespassed against me. Right? Willis is probably still in shock. Yeah. What are you in shock over, Will? What are you folks in shock over? All right, folks, I got to go. We're at an hour, 111 minutes, an hour and 51 minutes. We're leaving 33 in the box, 18 thumbs up. Don's probably going to be tired tonight. I'm probably going to do a second stream tonight from the studio. It's going to more than likely, if I do it, it's going to be on the main channel, Coach Eli, Elias, Melas, because that's where I'm doing in-person studio streams for the time being. I'll probably do another 2 to 4 weeks of streams from the studio there. Then those will also come back here to Coach Eli 2 authentic live streams where this walk is at, where the walks are at. And then that channel will go to pre-recorded content and to YouTube shorts and stuff like that. Again, if you've been wondering why I've been putting the live stream, the live streams from the studio on the main channel, it's because I hadn't put out content in like 4 months, 3.5, 4 months. And if you go more than 6 months without putting out any content, YouTube has the right to remove you from the YouTube Partner Program for inactivity. So, I didn't want to do that. Next thing you know, these Dramasphere people will be saying, Eli lost monetization on one of his channels because he violated the toss. Well, I mean, that's, if you're inactive, that's like not really a violation. It's just, hey, if you're not going to put out content, why should we keep you in the partner program? I can understand that, actually. It makes sense. But yeah, these people watch me like a hawk. Like if something ever happens like that, they will be going live at 3 a.m. Eli lost monetization. Ho, 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 Eli. Oh, Eli thought he would never be removed from the YouTube Partner Program, but karma has no deadline. I just know. I know how these people are, man. Pathetic, man. Absolutely fucking pathetic, right? You know what? To all the Coach Eli haters, I forgive all of you too. I forgive everybody, okay? Dana, no harm, no foul. I still have a lot of love for you. Honestly, I would just forgive and move on, right? Not let it get to you. I do care about you, Dana. I do care about you. You're a good person. My girlfriend Dawn cares about you too. You're a phenomenal person. Listen, Dana. See, Will, respectfully speaking, Dana's a very strong woman. Very strong woman, right? Right? and she's a Scorpio, and I didn't know that till she mentioned that recently. I heard her say that like on one of her streams, but um, I've never been able to get along with Scorpio women dating wise. Now, friends, no problem, right? I do consider dating a friend, but I've always had difficulty dating Scorpios because Scorpios are like if you even come close to effing with them, they'll claw you. They'll just right. So, and I see a lot of that fire in you, Dana. I do. I see a lot of that very strong fire that you have, and I think that you had to become real strong or stronger because of what you've been through. I totally get that. Totally get that. And I admire how strong you are, but at the same time, I think as a woman, even as a man, as a person, if you keep coming off too strong, it starts to scare people away. And I know you don't give a fuck what anyone thinks about you, including me. I'm not saying you're not being disrespectful, and I'm not being disrespectful to you. I'm just saying that sometimes I come off too strong and I scare people away, and I'm trying to get better at that. I'm very passionate about about people and caring for people, and I know you are too. And I think you and I have a similar problem. That hey, sometimes we come off too harsh, and we don't mean it. We're just passionate. So that's all I'm saying. So yeah, forgiveness, folks. If you truly want to move on from anything that's harmed you, you've got to forgive it no matter what. We're leaving 23 in the box, 18 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. 116 minutes, an hour, and 56 minutes. My battery's at 100% with the external battery in the pocket, Will. You're getting a similar setup like me. Thank you for reaching out to ask about that. Battery is fully charged. It would not have made it to 2 hours without an external battery. So it's all good. With that being said, have a good one. Take care, and I'll update you folks on Dawn probably later tonight or tomorrow. More than likely, I'll do a stream tonight from the studio on the main channel. Links below in the description. But if I don't do that, I'll update you folks more on Dawn tomorrow. Have a good one. Take care, and as always, be good to each other.